Hello, and welcome everybody for Solo Survival Episode 2. For the past days, I was busy working on quite a lot of things on my life, and I have built some farms. Here, as you can see, there's a wheat farm and a cow pen, and at the back of the cow pen, there's a potato farm. And we also have a carrot farm and some sugar canes, and a bone meal farm. And for today's episode, I think it's time to live in a real house. I can live forever in a tent, and before we do that, I should go mining for more iron. I only have not enough to build a new house. And also, I just want to let you guys know that people who watch my videos are not that actually subscribe. Yeah, I know my videos aren't that great, but can you subscribe to my channel? That would mean a lot, thanks. With all of that of hours of mining, this is how much iron we got and some diamond ores as well, as you can see there. And let's just see how much iron and diamonds we could get with a Fortune 3 pickaxe. And this is how much we got. I'm just gonna put all my iron and diamonds on my chest, better to keep all this here. Don't want this to despawn in front of my eyes. Now that I got some enough iron for the tools that I need to build a house, I think it's time to gather the materials that I need to build my new home. And run into some desert temples, which I got a smithing templates. And after all that long journey of gathering the things I need for my new house, and got all the things I need, and it's time to get back home. Which was an absolute a long journey of getting back home. And with my laziness of editing, I'm finished building my new house. It's just a small house and a little flower garden right next to it. And for the interior, we got my bed and some chiseled bookshelves at the bottom. To place all my enchanted book, only the most valuable ones are gonna placed in there. And we elected, in case I want to write down and list something important. And some candles to light up this new wonderful home, and some more chiseled bookshelves. And now I'm done with my new house. I decided to add a wall around my house, and not completely surrounding my house, just walls on the back is fine. And just for the walls, I just go with a simple texture with the cobblestones, stone bricks, andesite, and polished andesite slabs. And added some custom trees to the flower garden, and extended the pathway all the way to the back of the house. And I'm gonna remove all this chest here that's in the way. Now I got all the chest out of the way. It's time for me to have another wheat farm. And this took me hours to hoe all the grass blocks, and some parts actually getting turned into dirt, and planting all the seed took a lot of hours. And I'm also very short on seeds. So I have to wait for all of it to grow and harvest all the wheat to get more seeds. And after I was done planting all the seeds and while waiting for them to grow, I added some pathway. The pathway just goes somewhere not yet decided, but it's a future problem for me, and I will figure it out maybe. I really don't have a really good plan of all this. I'm actually lost. And as you can see, I'm done with the wheat farm. Took me hours to finish all that. And just gonna add some details to the side of the wheat farm, right next to the pathway. And after I was done with the wheat, I forgot about the blacksmith that I haven't still done building it. And right, I was finishing the roof for the blacksmith. I just went to harvest all the wheat and replanting them after. I do want to have another wheat field on the other side of the pathway, but my problem is that there's a lot of chest in the way. So I think I should build a storage room for all the stuff is going to be. But I think I'm gonna build it somewhere close to my house and the blacksmith. So what I planned for this storage room is very simple texture with granite, bricks, and dripstone blocks, and for the roof it's just deep slate block and stairs. Now, some work for the basement of the storage house, where all the food source are mainly gonna be stored. I'm just keep a very simple design on this basement, and just cobblestones for the floor. And for the floor on the basement is just gonna be packed mud and mud bricks and get all that I need mud, and to find mud is from somewhere I think on a mangrove biome or swamp. I really don't know where to find it, but I'm just gonna water bottles to get mud without traveling thousands of blocks. And the storage is now done just simple interior design. We got some pots of plants around growing on the inside. And we have here is the basement where all the food is stored. Since we have all the chest out of the way, time for me to expand the field, which takes a lot of hours to plant all the seeds. And adding some detailing to the pathways, don't want this to look really flat, so by adding some details around it makes it pop out, makes it look great. And now that's all done, I chopped down some trees, which I'm just gonna cut all the boring part, and also terraform some land which I'm gonna cut. Then I went ahead to finish the blacksmith house, or whatever you wanna call it. I just call it blacksmith. I'm just gonna copy the same texture on my house, but with a deep slate roof and some large windows and some chimneys to make it look like there's a lot work going on and a lot iron being smelted. Adding some details by placing some campfires around and putting the fire makes it look like chopped logs or large sticks stacked on each other. And I think that's all for this episode. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching all this. And I hope you guys really are subscribed and watch throughout the video, really appreciate all that.